Hello there, my name's Eggia Haiip and welcome to the Dyson Sphere Program. This is a brand new game, well not brand new game, brand new to me, but this game's been out for a little while on early access and it's kind of a cross between Factorio and Satisfactory. Um, it's in a, well, it's 3D like Satisfactory, but it's, well, I'm going to show you, everyone's going to see. It's a good fun game, single player only at the moment. But yeah, the aim is to build up from virtually nothing to build a Dyson sphere around a star, as you see in the picture here. You build a structure around the sun to collect all its energy to power your civilization back home. Um, yeah, so without further ado, got the music off. The music's amazing in this game, I love it. But I've got the music off for recording purposes because obviously it could distract from people being able to hear what I'm saying. So, first thing I'm going to do a small galaxy, number of stars smaller, just because, um, yeah, I don't want it to be too overwhelmingly busy. Um, what I am going to do though, I'm going to put the resource multiplier up a bit. What's the max infinite? No, 8, 5, 3. I'm going to go 5 times resource multiplier just because it's not. I don't feel cheaty because you still have to do the work to gather the resources. The resources will run out unless they're infinite. I mean, even in infinite, they don't seem infinite. When I looked, I did test that once. There was just a huge amount on each vein that you would take a long time to mine up. 5 times I feel though is a little bit more reasonable from what I've experienced in my own main game I'm playing. And of course, the fact I've made the cluster smaller means 5 times resources means it should balance out, I reckon. Anyway, I'm going to choose a seed here. What are we going to go with? Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, I think that's good. That's going to be our seed for this playthrough. And without further ado, I'm just going to start the game and we'll be able to watch the cutscene. Here we go, we're in a little ship.
Welcome
Oh,
to the
hello.
actual universe. You may find it's different from our homeland. Should you be able to adapt to the laws of physics in a short time, I am your advisor and will help you through this mission.
Okay.
Everything here is yours. As one of
Oh.
Cosmo and the pioneer of the Dyson Sphere Program, you will explore this cluster step by step. By using the resources here to construct the Dyson Sphere to provide energy for the center brain to maintain Homeland, starting from scratch. I have chosen a designated planet for you to start the mission, which has necessary resources for initial development. Now please drive the space capsule to the planet.
I don't think I have control over that. Oh, I do. Okay. I think
Now
he
you are
takes
about to
control
reach the
from me though.
designated planet.
I have no control again, so yep, that's fine. He's going to land me in the starter zone on this planet. Whee!
This is Icarus. a lightweight industrial mecha with powerful functionality. You can use the arrow keys or right-click on the destination to control its movement. In this mission, you will manipulate Icarus to travel beyond the stars and create miracles.
Okay. So, yeah.
Now try to recycle the space capsule. Right-click on it to recycle. You can use the same operation to collect resources, such as trees, gravel, etc. In the meantime, hold down Shift and right-click to give a series of commands.
Cool.
You receive several items after recycling the space capsule. Click the inventory button in the lower right corner of the screen to open the cabin to view them.
So there's the inventory with E. There's a mech details window here where you can put fuel in the chamber to refuel this. And yeah, that's basically it.
You can hold down mouse middle button drag to rotate the angle of view, or slide the mouse wheel to zoom in and out.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know if I can turn this guy off. Should we try and turn him off? Let's have a look. Gameplay. Doesn't seem to be... Oh, okay. Only show important tips. Yeah, that might help. Let's get rid of all these. Okay, so this is the game. We walk around the planet and do stuff. Obviously, the whole planet.
In the planet view mode,
viewable.
You can hold down the middle mouse button drag, rotate the angle of view, and hold down the right mouse button, drag to roll the angle of view. Press N key to point to the front to the North Pole.
And here's our starting solar system. So we've got a lava planet orbiting the star in the middle, and an ice planet orbiting the outer edges, and then there's us on this Mediterranean planet orbiting this gas giant, which apparently has two types of resources on that we don't know yet. North is that way, so there we go. So the red pole is the north
Yet you
pole.
have not unlocked the construction menu, which will be done automatically when complete any technology research. Click the technology tree button at the bottom right of the screen to open the technology tree and activate a research.
Oh, okay, yeah. So first thing to do, we need to unlock some conveyor belts and things. We need to unlock the smelter so we can get some automated stuff going, the assembler to get some automated stuff going, and then the research technologies to be able to do things like solar panels, steel production, the splitter and other things, just like things like Factorio. We can unlock electric motors. Anyway, so yeah, we obviously need to research this, which means we need 10 of those magnetic coils. So, and we just have enough resources to do that. So that just auto crafts in your replicator, and then the built-in research facility on the mech just uses them to research that technology. There we go. So we now have a wind turbine, Tesla tower, which is like a power pole, and a mining machine, which means we can set up a mining machine to mine all this stuff.
You have created a mining machine to achieve ore collecting automation. Pick it up from the inventory or select it on Gathering of
Oh
Construction
yeah,
menu to
when
build
you
it.
research those things, you usually get one of each building as well from the research. So we're just going to set up temporarily here.
You can use the R key to rotate the mining machine for covering more veins.
Yep.
The more veins covered, the faster the ores will be gathered. If you want to ignore grid snapping, try holding down the Shift key.
I don't think I can put this to cover all 6 of these because of the way they're so far apart. It's a pain. I'm just going to put them on 5. So you have little construction drones which always place buildings for you.
One of your production facilities is not powered.
I
You need to
know.
keep it within the power coverage area and supply it with power facilities in order to maintain its normal works.
So I believe the grid we're on here. So this thick line through the middle is the exact centre line of the planet. We could walk for miles and still not find the dividing line from north to south, but yeah, the North Pole's the red one, so I've got the
In the
planet
planet
oriented
view
the right
mode,
way.
slide the
shut up.
mouse wheel to enter the star map mode.
So I'm going to place this here temporarily, just to get this
Wind
working.
turbine. You have established your first power grid. Not all power facilities has its power supply area. Use the Tesla tower to extend the area of the power grid.
So this is mining at lower efficiency because there's not enough power. But we can build more of these. All we need is some more resources, which means I need to sit and mine a bit. I think I'm just missing copper for these. But if I pick up this ore out of here... Oh no, I can actually build 2 more of these. Okay, let's build one. So this tells you how many you're going to put in the queue when you click on this, but this number here tells you how many you can build from the resources in your inventory. So I'm going to put this one on here. I believe I can get all those in there. Yep. So each one of these ore veins that gets highlighted by the machine gives you 30 ore per minute in production speed. Now I'm going to need some more resource to build one of these. Oh no, I've got enough for these. Okay. Let's build one more of those. Oh, I'm waiting for it to build everything. So it drains your batteries quite quickly when you build things like this manually, which is why you want to set up a power grid and set some automation going, building everything you need. Where was that one? Let's put that here. I was just out of range, but we got the Tesla tower to help with that. Here we go.
You have done building the first power transmission facility, Tesla Tower. It can carry out short-distance wireless power transmission and expand the power supply area of the power grid.
So our network grid
Click on
1
it
is
to
in
view the
operation.
current power grid information.
So now we have the resources to manually build quite a lot of stuff. Next thing to do is probably research some useful things. So let's start with the logistics system, because we're going to need the conveyor belts. So we're going to need 10 of these, and every time you put one in the queue it builds 2 because of the production chain. So we're going to put 5 in the queue, and then we're going to need 10 gears, and this just does one at a time. So we'll put 10 in the queue. While they're building, I'm just going to tell you the plans. So the plan for this is to build enough items to set up a small what's called a jumpstart base, which you build, and it feeds in materials and builds all the buildings you need, like the wind turbines, the mining machines, the Tesla towers, smelters and assemblers and everything, so that you can actually start picking up large quantities of those machines and going off and building other production facilities on the planet. And of course, eventually this whole planet will be completely covered with concrete and machinery. There we go. That's the logistics
You have received the sorter and the
system.
conveyor belt, which can achieve full automation now. Use the conveyor belt to transport the piled up ores from the mining machine, and the sorter can deliver the ores from the conveyor belt to the smelter for automatic smelting.
And on that note, we're going to choose the smelter next for that. Also, what's this upgrades thing telling us? Oh yeah, so upgrades allow us to view more what resources there are on the planet, upgrade the mecha, give us more speed, more walking speed, more max energy, more inventory space, more construction drones, faster construction drones, more refueling speed, and flight as well, allowing us to fly across the planet instead of walking. And some other big upgrades later, which I won't get into right now. So next thing I need to do is build these components for this. So again, we're going to do 5 of them too. 5, putting the 5 in the queue builds 10 obviously, so we'll get all the things we need for that. Let's keep picking up ore from these machines for now, because we can process it inside the mech. Oh yeah, and I should be always picking up trees and things while we play, because we're going to need things to fuel the mech. Running out of power doesn't destroy you or anything, but it does substantially slow you down. So it's a wise precaution to always have some power producing items in your core. Yeah, the research and production inside the mech just takes up so much power. Yeah.
Energy is required in all mecha activities. If it is depleted, the activities will be restricted. You can click the Mecha Panel button at the bottom right of the screen to open the Mecha Panel and resupply fuel into the fuel chamber.
So I'm going to build a miner here. I'm going to build one storage box and a few belts and a few sorters. Now that's going to mess up our power for a bit, but I'm going to put the plant fuel and the logs in, and it's going to burn those to reproduce power, which actually produces more power than you use when you're just auto crafting, which is nice. Manually crafting, sorry. So on this coal vein here, how many can I get in? Loads, probably. So obviously the more veins you cover with the miner, the quicker it mines, the more it will mine per minute basically. So we're going to put our box here.
You built a storage,
Yeah,
which can be used to store cargo. You can manually store or use the sorter to automatically stock the cargo.
Okay.
When putting a conveyor belt, all you need to do is determine the starting point and the end point of it. In addition, use the up arrow key to lift up one level, and use the down arrow key to drop down one level after the conveyor belt is lifted. Press keypad 0 to reset the construction height of the conveyor belt to the ground. If you don't want the conveyor belt to be attached to the building, you can try holding down the shift key.
Okay,
The
thank
sorter
you.
is a transportation connector of cargoes between facilities. It will automatically transport them as long as the supply facility and the receiving facility are bridged.
So there's a lot of walking around and manually doing things early on. Also, this is a way to get titanium on your starting planet, it's just mashing up all the rocks. Some of the bigger rocks actually have quite a bit of titanium inside sometimes. Okay, so we need to set up power for this, so we need to bring the power grid over to the mining machine. It's going to take a little while to get enough materials built. This is why you want a nice automated setup going, and we're not going to build the automated setup here. We're going to look for a place with more resources. Oh yeah, on that note, I need to research this. So I need 10 energy cubes, which means I need to unlock the energy cubes next. So let's, hang on, let's do the assembler first. And we're going to put in the queue the things that we need. I do like to have these set to 10 times for every item. Every item you select individually remembers how many you built last time. And because I like to do this, well, I don't do this very often, but I like to be able to just instantly just choose to build 10 of an item in one go if I need any of these items, which includes all of these things, especially conveyor belts, because if you build 10 in one go you get 30, because every one you put in the cube puts 3 in. So I like to have it all ready. Yep. Okay, good. So the research is going. The wind turbines are coming up. This is going to get coal for us nice and quick. That's all going to go in the box. And then we can use that to put fuel in our mech. Right, that was the assembly machine, so let's do the research upgrade next. What do I need? I must be missing. There we go. So obviously the more efficient fuel we put in the fuel chamber, the quicker the energy recharges down here. And coal is the most fuel efficient thing we've got so far. I mean, the trees and the leaves are okay. We've got 500 kilojoules, minus 30% fuel production, 1.5 megajoules, and obviously the coal 2.7 megajoules with 0% efficiency. These are negative efficiency, whoops. Yeah, but they can be infinite, well, not infinite, the coal's almost infinite because there's a lot on this planet. The organic fuel, however, is only as much as there is on this planet, or whatever other planet we get to later. Let's fill up our fuel chamber with coal. There we go. There's that research done, lovely.